पाण्डुमुख्याः यत्सेवया गुणगणाढ्यमपत्यमापुः तं पूर्णसद्गुणतरं करुणामृताब्धिं नारायणं कुलपतिं शरणं व्रजेम। निर्मथ्य उग्रभवार्णवे निजमनोभीष्टं दिशामीति यः सम्यक् ज्ञापयितुं करेण विलसन्मन्थानम् अन्येन च रम्यं दामदतन्महेश रुजितग्रामश्रियोऽलङ्कृतिः कर्मन्तीश्वरभक्तिबन्धनवशः प्रीतोऽस्तु कृष्णप्रभुः। पापावली पाटलपट्टपाङ्गः श्रीपाणि पद्माञ्चितजानुजङ्गः गोपालबालकृपया स्वयन्नः श्रीपाण्डुरङ्गो भवतु प्रसन्नः। व्यासाय भवनाशाय श्रीशाय गुणराशये हृद्याय शुद्धविद्याय मध्वाय च नमो नमः। प्रथमो हनुमन्नाम द्वितीयो भीम एव च पूर्णप्रज्ञः तृतीयस्तु भगवत्कार्यसाधकः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वम् अरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमस्मरणात् भवेत्। आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणामाकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। संस्कृतभाषायां वदामि। संस्कृतं सरलं सुलभं न तु कष्टं न हि क्लिष्टं। सरलसुन्दरभाषा संस्कृतभाषा। सर्वभाषाणां माता संस्कृतम्। अत्र अनेक बहुभाषीयाः सन्ति। कन्नडभाषीयाः, हिन्दीभाषीयाः, तेलुगु तमिळ् भाषीयाः अनेके जनाः सन्ति। आङ्ग्लभाषीयाः अपि सन्ति। तासां सर्वासां भाषाणां माता संस्कृतम्। न केवलं भारतीयभाषाणां परन्तु आङ्ग्लभाषायाः अपि माता संस्कृतम्। संस्कृतभाषायाः माता आङ्ग्लभाषायां मदर्। संस्कृतभाषायाः पिता आङ्ग्लभाषायां फादर्। संस्कृतभाषायाः भ्राता आङ्ग्लभाषायां ब्रदर्। संस्कृतभाषायाः स्वसा आङ्ग्लभाषायां सिस्टर्। संस्कृतभाषायाः सूनुः आङ्ग्लभाषायां सन्। पिता फादर्, माता मदर्, भ्राता ब्रदर्, स्वसा सिस्टर्, सूनु सन्। एवं समग्रम् आङ्ग्लकुटुम्बं संस्कृतभाषया प्रभावितम्। अतः संस्कृतभाषा विश्वभाषा। सर्वभाषाणां माता विश्वभाषा। अस्माकं कन्नडभाषा कर्नाटकमध्ये राज्यभाषा। हिंदी भाषा भारतमध्ये राष्ट्रभाषा। आङ्ग्लभाषा अन्ताराष्ट्रीय भाषा। परन्तु संस्कृतभाषा अन्तर्लोकीय भाषा। परलोके अपि संस्कृतभाषा वर्तते। देवलोके अपि संस्कृतभाषा वर्तते। यदि संस्कृतभाषा ज्ञानं वर्तते देवैः साकं सम्भाषणं कर्तुं शक्यते। अतः संस्कृतभाषा विश्वभाषा। देव संभाषणभाषा संस्कृतभाषा। यदि संस्कृतभाषा वर्तते देवलोके व्यवहारः सुलभः भवति। यदि संस्कृतभाषा वर्तते स्वर्गलोकस्य वीसा सुलभः भवति। यथा इंग्लिश भाषा वर्तते अमेरिका देशस्य वीसा सुलभेन लभ्यते। एवं यदि संस्कृत भाषा वर्तते स्वर्गलोकस्य प्रवेशः सुलभः भवति, वीसा सुलभः भवति। अतः संस्कृतभाषा अत्यंत आवश्यक भाषा। सर्वेषां स्वर्गगमन अपेक्षा वर्तते, अतः संस्कृतभाषा संप्राप्य वर्तते। भगवद्गीता भाषा संस्कृत भाषा, भागवत भाषा। श्रीकृष्णः गीतोपदेशं संस्कृत भाषायां कृतवान्, न तु हिंदी भाषायां। भगवद्गीतायाम् अर्जुन ने कहा, भगवान ने कहा नास्ति। अर्जुन उवाच भगवान उवाच इति वर्तते। अतः श्रीकृष्णस्य प्रिय भाषा संस्कृत भाषा, देव प्रिय भाषा संस्कृत भाषा, पवित्र भाषा, पावन भाषा। अतः सर्वेषां ज्ञानार्थं संस्कृत भाषायां किञ्चित् वदामः। अस्मिन् दिवसे इस्कान् संस्थायाः सर्वे भक्ताः श्रीकृष्ण सन्निधौ मिलित्वा 7 दिनपर्यन्तं विशेष सेवां कृतवन्तः। श्रीकृष्णः अत्यन्तं सन्तुष्टः वर्तते। अस्माकं श्रीकृष्णः भक्तवत्सलः, भक्तानां विषये अतीव प्रीतिं करोति। यत्र भक्तः वर्तते तत्र श्रीकृष्णः आगच्छति। उडुपी श्रीकृष्णस्य चरित्रम् अत्यन्तं मनोहरं वर्तते। अत्र कृष्णः द्वारकानगरतः आगतः। अयं कृष्णः द्वारकेशकृष्णः। 5,000 वर्षात् पूर्वात् यदा भगवान् महाविष्णुः कृष्णरूपं स्वीकृत्य भूमौ आगतः, परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे। दुष्ट शिक्षणं शिष्ट रक्षणं महाविष्णुः कृष्णरूपेण आगतः। तथा दुष्टानां शिक्षणं कृतं। कंसः, जरासन्धः, एवं अनेके राक्षसाः हताः। शिष्टरक्षणमपि कृतं। कुचेलः, त्रिवक्त्र, सुधामा, अक्रूरः, अनेके भक्ताः रक्षिताः। अन्ते मासरूपेण सर्व महाभारतयुद्धे सर्वकौरवाणां नाशः कृतः, पाण्डवानाम् उद्धारः कृतः, परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च धर्म संस्थापनं कृतम्। तदनन्तरं श्रीकृष्णः VRS स्वीकृतवान्, रिटैर्मेण्ट्। सः द्वारकां गतः। द्वारकानगरे 16,000 पत्नीभिः सः सुखेन आसीत्। एकस्मिन् दिवसे माता देवकी बहु दुःखिता दृश्यते। कृष्णः प्रश्नं करोति, दुःखस्य कारणं किम्? देवकी वदति, सर्वे जनाः श्रीकृष्ण बाललीलां वर्णयन्ति, तदानीं मम दुःखं भवति। कारणं सर्वे जनाः श्रीकृष्णं यशोदानन्दन इति वर्णयन्ति। मम महत् दुःखं। भवान् देवकीनन्दनः, परन्तु एते जनाः यशोदानन्दनः इति वर्णयन्ति, अतः महत् दुःखम्। यशोदायाः बहु लीलाः प्रदर्शिताः, मम एकापि लीला न प्रदर्शिता। अहं रियल् मदर्, अहं सहज माता, परन्तु मम लीला दर्शनं नास्ति, बाललीला दर्शनं नास्ति। सा यशोदा artificial mother. She, she is not at all mother. But you have shown all the leelas to that lady, who is not at all mother. That is why I am very happy, sad. All these devotees, they are telling your Bala Leela, mentioning that you are Yashodananda. No one is telling that you are Devaki Nanda. That is why I am very much sad. Devaki replied. Then Krishna, he said, I didn't know all these things. If my mother is worried, I am also worried. Then Krishna says, don't worry, I will show my Leela once again. So saying, he became child once again in Dwaraka, and Devaki was so surprised to see Krishna in front of her as Bala. Then she rushed to the kitchen and she brought the pot of curds and started to churn like Yashoda. Then this child came and child was asking for butter. Give me butter, give me butter. Then Devaki thought, I shouldn't give. I want to see what Shri Krishna is going to do. So she was refusing. Again and again Krishna, he was asking for butter, and again Devaki was refusing. Then Krishna became very angry and he jumped up and he snatched the stirring rod and he broke the pot and whole curds are spread out. Then he took the butter and ran. Along with butter, he took the churning rod and also rope, and he ran away. Far away he was standing and he was smiling. He declared, my man was defeated, I could get the butter. And he was beaming like anything, holding churning rod and rope. All these leelas were witnessed by his beloved wife Rukmini Devi behind the door. When the child broke the pot and took the butter and along with that churning rod and rope and beaming and declaring that I won the game, that scene was so attractive. Rukmini could not bear that, and immediately he rushed to the spot and embraced the child. Then there was no child. Her husband was in front of her. He was smiling. Rukmini says, what a beautiful figure of a child, holding churning rod and rope and smiling one. I want to see all the time this figure in front of me. Then he called the device sculptor Vishwakarma and ordered to carve that kind of figure, holding churning rod and rope. And accordingly, he carved that idol and he presented to Krishna. And Krishna gifted to his beloved wife Rukmini. Rukmini started worship that idol. After the Krishna Avatara, when the whole Dwaraka immersed in the ocean, but this idol was kept outside. After this event, after 4,000 years, another divine personality has come down to this earth. Now it is Vayu. Lord Vayu has taken the form of Madhvacharya. And when he was during Dwapara era, he was Bhimasena. And during Treta era, he was Hanuman. The Lord Vayu wanted to worship Lord Krishna in three forms. One is Brahmachari, and another one is Grahastha, then Sannyas. Vanaprastha and Sannyas. As Hanuman, he served Sri Rama as Brahmachari. And as Bhimasena, he served Sri Krishna as Grahastha and Vanaprastha. And as Madhvacharya, he served Lord Vedavyasa as Sannyasa. So all ashramas he has taken and he worshipped Lord in different forms. And during this Kali Yuga, Lord Vayu has come to this earth in the form of Madhvacharya as the son of Vedavati and Matyakeya Bhatta. Here near Vajaka, where you went day before yesterday. And Madhvacharya, when he was very small, he started to preach Dvaita philosophy. He took sannyasa and he started to preach the Dvaita philosophy everywhere. And he took the sannyasa from Achyuta Prekshacharya and started to narrate the Dvaita philosophy and spreaded this Dvaita philosophy all over the India. He said, we are all the devotees of Lord. This birth is meant for serving Him. Otherwise this life has no meaning. Only the meaning for this life is serving the Lord and get the blessings of Lord, and by that blessing we should go to moksha. No other way. Don't think the soul and the Paramatma, one and same. They are quite different. Everything is in gradation. So you should keep the Vishnu in the top and consider yourself as the servant of Lord and develop your bhakti to Him, and by His grace we can achieve the moksha. That was the philosophy he preached, Dvaita philosophy. And after this he was meditating in seashore, Malpe. You visited already the Malpe also. He was in the seashore meditating. At that time, one ship was coming that side. All of a sudden, the ship was caught by a big storm. The owner of the ship started to cry, "Save me, save me, save me." Acharya opened his eyes and saw the ship is going to sink. Immediately he took his vastram and he said, "Nothing to worry, I am here." Within no time there was no storm. The ship arrived safely. And the owner of the ship, he realized the power of Acharya, and straight away he came to Acharya and he said, "You are the person who has given the second life for me. That is why I am going to offer everything to you. Please accept. My ship, goods, everything." Acharya says, "What can I do by taking your ship?" And Anna said, "Businessman, take back." The guy says, "I can't." Then Acharya says, "Do one thing. Instead of ship, I will accept something from you. I will accept the Gopi Chandan which you kept in the ship for the balance." Actually, the guy is coming from Dwaraka. After loading all the goods, he put big Gopi Chandan to make the balance. Then he came here. Acharya knew that. Accordingly, the guy, he offered the Gopi Chandan, and Acharya broke that Gopi Chandan. Then he could see the beautiful idol of Lord Krishna, chucking rod and rope and smiling one, which was worshipped by Rukmini Devi during Dwapara era, and without knowing, he composed Dwadasha Stotram to see Lord Sri Krishna. And he brought that idol to here, and he installed here. And then he made the arrangement for the worship. He selected 8 disciples of him, and he told that these 8 disciples, sannyasi disciples, they should worship Lord Krishna in rotation system. Or Acharya, he wanted to establish the system which was in Dwaraka. In Dwaraka, though Krishna had 16,000 wives, he selected among them 8 wives or chief in command. He named them Ashta Mahamahishi. Resembling the same system here, he selected 8 sannyasis. I think Krishna might have very much frightened by 16,000 wives. That is why our Acharya said, hereafter no women, only sannyasi should touch this idol, no other. Krishna is scared. That is why he said, 8 sannyasis should worship in rotation system. That is called Paryaya. And this system started 800 years back. And one of them was Upendra Tirtha, who is the founder of our Bhuttila Matha. In his parampara, Sadarkya Swamiji, I have come and I am also following the same system, worshipping Lord Krishna in the rotation system. And rest of the time we are traveling all over the world and spreading the Bhagavad Gita and spreading the message of Dvaita philosophy everywhere. And I am very glad to meet our Acharya says, Vaishnava, Vishnava, Bhaktashta, Bandhava. All Vaishnavas, they are relatives. They are like Bandhu. So we are very glad to have all ISKCON people as our Bandhu and relatives here who are the great devotees of Lord Sri Krishna here. And Udupi is the Moolasthana for all Krishna Bhaktas. Krishna, he who attracted Lord Krishna attracted all the devotees. The 500 years back, one devotee came called Kanakadasa. He could not get the darshan. Then he prayed outside. Then wall was broken. Krishna paid the darshan to him. It is said that if you have the bhakti, somehow Krishna will give the darshan. That is why we keep the idol of Kanakadasa also. Our Krishna is facing west. That means he wanted to uplift the left western devotees also. That is why Krishna here you can see not only eastern but also western devotees should be protected. That is why he is facing west facing. So I am very glad all over the globe all devotees have come here and we have offered your devotion, and I am very glad to notice that for ISKCON the Moolasthana of Udupi Sri Krishna and Madhvacharya, our Prabhupada, they had come here also. He had offered his devotion here. I think he studied here by Adamar Narayanacharya some scriptures, and Prabhupada ji is also the great devotee of Lord Sri Krishna. I think like Kanakadasa, he also got the blessings, special blessings of Lord Krishna to spread the message of Krishna everywhere. And now all of you are coming here and staying here for 7 days. I am very glad to have all of you here. Consider this is your mother place and this is the Moolasthana and this is the place for our blessings and this is the Moolasthana of Prabhupada ji also. I am very glad all of you are considering Sri Madhvacharya as our great Guru. So this for all Madhvas, for all Krishna Bhaktas, Udupi is the center place, and I am very glad to have all of you here in the place of Udupi. And I have heard Prabhupada ji had come to Udupi during my Paryaya. It was said during that 76 he had come here and he participated in Rathotsava. It was considered like that. So I am very glad to have all the Shishyas of Prabhupada ji here, and I think Prabhupada ji is the great incarnation of Bhagavad Bhakti. Bhakti himself came to in the form of Prabhupada ji here. So I am very glad to notice the Bhakti, that Bhakti should be spread out everywhere. For all the, we are the people, we are the Krishna Bhaktas to establish world peace, and we are the people who should spread the Bhakti everywhere. Bhakti should be globalized and it should not be localized. It should be globalized. That is the responsibility we are having, and let us try together to spread the Bhakti around the globe and make Krishna as Jagat Guru. Krishna Vande Jagat Guru, and I am very glad to notice there are all offerings and Bhakti here, and 7 days you have spent here. Sadhu Sangha festival, Krishna says Sangat Sanjayate. So everything is Satsanga. So I am very glad to have the Satsanga here during my 4th Paryaya, and my Paryaya will be ended 17th of January, and again after 14 years we are going to have the 5th Paryaya. Again we are inviting you during my 5th Paryaya. All of you should come and stay more days, not only 7 days, 1 month program we should have here and get the special blessing. And we are very glad to say that this Paryaya is considered as Vishwa Gita Paryaya. The main motto of the Paryaya is worshipping Lord Sri Krishna through Bhagavad Gita. Because Krishna is considering Gita as the most favorite. In the end of the Gita, Krishna says, Adheshate cha imam dhanyam samvadamavayoho jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyamiti memapide. The most favorite thing for Krishna is Bhagavad Gita. So he says, whoever is following my Bhagavad Gita, I am going to consider him my closest devotee. Nachatasman manusheshu kaschinme priyakrittama. He says, He is the closest devotee of me. That is why we thought to please Lord Krishna, the best way is spreading Bhagavad Gita everywhere. That is why we have started Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna. 1 crore people should copy Bhagavad Gita and offer that book to Krishna as gift so that they will be blessed. So we are offering 1 crore books to Lord Sri Krishna, and by that Krishna, they are all getting special blessing. To be surprised with me, I am very surprised to see that whoever is writing Bhagavad Gita, they witness the special power of the Lord Krishna in Gita. Whatever they wished, all that wishes were fulfilled when they are offering that book. So we request all of you to join this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna and offer that book to Krishna here in our Gita Mandir and get the special blessings of Lord Sri Krishna. That is the great Sankalpa all of you should do, so that you will be having the connection, direct connection with Krishna, hotline connection with Krishna through Bhagavad Gita. That is why we request all of you to join this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna and write in any language, whichever language you prefer. In that language you can write the whole Bhagavad Gita and offer that to Lord Sri Krishna, so that you will be blessed specially and you will be getting whatever in your mind that will be fulfilled. That is why we have many programs for spreading Gita, and just 15 days, 10 days back, we had the special program of Laksha Kanta Gita. 1 lakh people gathered in front of Gita Mandir there, and we chanted whole Bhagavad Gita. 1 lakh people, and the Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, he had come to attend, and he also chanted the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, so that the special offering of Bhagavad Gita we did, and a whole Pariyaya is designed to propagate Bhagavad Gita here. So we request all of you to spread the Bhagavad Gita everywhere, and also follow Bhagavad Gita and write Gita and get the special blessings of Lord Sri Krishna. I am very glad to have the Subhag Maharaj here and all saints Satsanga. And also I am very glad to notice the birthday, and happy birthday to you today, and it is the and also we are very glad to offer the clothes to Lord Krishna today, and we are offering our special prayer to bless our Maharaj here and to come again here. And once again we pray Lord Sri Krishna to bless all of you here today.
Hari Go!